So why is the UK's asylum system just always in crisis? It's costing us billions, it's creating record backlogs, and it's causing unbelievable human suffering. But what if all this chaos isn't an accident? What if the system is actually working exactly the way it was designed to? Let's dig in and try to unravel this expensive and very human paradox.
And we have to start with the human cost. You just have to listen to this quote from a recent debate in Parliament. It gets right to the heart of the psychological damage being done to people who are trapped in this system. Behind all the numbers and the politics, there are real people whose lives are just stuck, broken by the very process that's supposed to be offering them safety.
And then there's the money. Check this out. The Chancellor's own audit shows the asylum system has overspent by a staggering £6.4 billion. That's taxpayer money, which raises a pretty big question, right? How can a system be so incredibly expensive and yet so completely broken?
So to really get a grip on just how big this crisis is, you got to look at the numbers. And the data, it paints a really stark picture of a system that's at its absolute breaking point.
We're seeing a record number of asylum seekers arriving on small boats, and it's a trend that's just continuing to go up. These arrivals are, a visible part of the problem, but they're a symptom of the immense pressure on the entire system. And when you combine this influx of people with, well, what a lot of legal experts are calling rushed and pretty poor quality decision-making, you get this, the biggest asylum backlog in UK history. Put simply, more people are waiting longer than ever before for a decision that will literally define their future.
And this crisis at home, it's having massive ripple effects across the globe. The bill for housing asylum seekers here in the UK has ballooned to £3.7 billion a year. That's almost a third of the entire UK foreign aid budget. That's double the average of other big donor countries. So we're essentially taking money meant for development projects overseas, spending it on hotels right here.
So all this chaos, all this cost, and all this human suffering, it all boils down to one central question. Is this just a broken system? Or is it a system that was designed to be broken? Is this all just one big, expensive mistake? Or is the failure actually the whole point?
The answer might actually be found in this one political idea that has completely dominated UK asylum policy for more than 20 years, no matter who's in power.
It's this thing called the pull factor orthodoxy. The core belief is really simple. If you make life in the UK difficult and unpleasant for asylum seekers, fewer people will try to come. For decades, this has been the unwavering bedrock of asylum policy.
And you can see exactly how this theory gets put into practice. The goal is to create what they call a hostile environment. How do you do that?